As the Iranian uprising continues, the anti-Islamic occupation Iranians have picked the Crown Prince in exile as their main advocate and opposition leader, but that means that he has now become a big target for the globalists. Okay, let's give you the latest update from the Iranian uprising. It's been absolutely fascinating seeing the developments, a lot of ups and downs, and of course so many people have now lost their lives, but they are not giving up their fight because it's gone too deep. And whilst the Iranian people have been abandoned by the international community and the Western powers, because of course the West, especially when it comes to Joe Biden's government and these guys, they are more than happy to negotiate with the Iranian regime. It's in their interest that the Iranian regime stays in place. It's better to have a weaker enemy in Iran than a strong, equal, independent partner. Also, it's a bit awkward because they have to support their new allies, Saudi Arabia. You cannot really have Iran and Saudi as your ally at the same time. So, of course, that's why they're abandoning the Iranian uprising and the movement. But the Crown Prince in exile, Reza Pahlavi, who's the son of the last Shah, who was ousted in a paramilitary coup, which then the Islamic occupiers called it a revolution in 1979. But of course, it wasn't a revolution. It was a paramilitary coup trained by CIA and supported by France and MI6. They betrayed their own ally, his father, the Shah, because he was no longer a puppet, or he couldn't be controlled, and he didn't really want to do anything against the West. He simply wanted to be treated like an equal partner. One of the awkward situations was the fact that he got too close to Israel. Iran and Israel became close allies, and Americans didn't really like it because they always claimed that Israel is our pet. It's our pet project. They belong to us. They're our children. And that arrogance caused this chaos, of course. Now, the only country that is supporting the Iranian uprising is Israel, and otherwise the rest of them are completely abandoning them. The Western powers and the Western globalists are already coming for the Crown Prince, targeting him. At the same time, the Eastern globalists are all doing the same thing, whether it's the CCP or, of course, Hamas and Hezbollah and Kremlin. They're not too happy about this guy either, because he simply wants to bring back constitutional democracy into Iran. He hasn't even claimed to be wanting to be the next king. He simply wants the Persian constitution to be restored, to have parliamentary democracy, and to have a referendum on the constitution to pick between a constitutional monarchy or a constitutional republic, which is basically the same thing. It's just about electing the head of state without any real powers. So we'll see how everything goes. But right now, this guy, who is now popular among the Iranian people, and the fact that he's being opposed by the globalist powers, it's probably a good thing, because the Iranians are very vocal about the fact that they don't want any foreign intervention. They simply want support. They want us to be their voice, but they want them to do their own fight, and they want the Iranians to actually finish this job. But we'll see how everything goes anyway. We'll keep you guys posted. I'm Mahyar, Tousi, and we are the media.